And everything's looking snazzy. Tato as the Vietnamese. Again, the archer role for his team. Then across the way, we have Lan playing as the Huns. Against Lan, we have Manos. Manos is playing as the Ethiopians. And then we have FedEx playing as the Indians. Ooh. Indians. I've been meaning, like, I really want to pay close attention to how dominant Indians are in this tournament. Because in practice games, a lot of people were globally banning Indians. I haven't been that convinced with the Civ yet. I don't think Indians is really dominated today, right? We saw the first set of the day, which by far was the best set of the day. Rewatch every single game if you can between Germany B and Poland A. That, I think game 5, there's Indians for Poland, but Indians had some struggles there. And then thinking back to other sets, yeah, I mean, Indians seem good, but they're not necessarily OP in 2v2s. Yeah, Indians versus Saracen combination can be pretty interesting, but again, the thought was Indians will be globally banned all the time because it's so good, and no one wants to risk letting the enemy get them. And this will be an example of how good Indians can be because FedEx and Manos might need a bit of an edge to beat Spain. Lan, scouting the enemy, sees the sheep and says, okay, you're going to the corner. This is not because Lan doesn't want Manos to eat. It's because he doesn't want the sheep to be eaten. Get it right. So if you ever steal sheep from somebody and they get pissed at you and say, give me back my sheep, say, no, no, no. This is to save them. This is not to take for myself. Nice move from Lan. Very nice move. So I expect archers from Manos, and I expect scouts from Lan. And the last time we saw this was Game 1 Arabia, and Lan sent scouts with Tato's archers directly to Manos' base. They 2v1 someone early feudal. Got a big lead and then extended that lead, ending it in Castle Age. Ooh. Is Tato waiting for that elephant to come in to block the villager? This seems intentional. Look at this. Nod your head if you're going to lame. You're kidding. Nod your head if you're going to lame. Yeah, okay, there we go. All right, so this is a laming scout. Oh, wow, 2 nods. All right, definitely going to be a lame. And what Tato will try and do is wait for the elephant to come in. And then when he sees the elephant, he's constantly looking at this. And he's going to run out.
1 month. So that's a long time. T90 onk, T90
What the?
onk.
All right, so Tato's not MBL confirmed. We just determined that. If this was Hidden Cup, we'd know it wasn't MBL. He must have been doing something else. And Tato, funny enough, bringing in the elephant, and FedEx is pretty close to blocking, but FedEx will probably go this way, if FedEx won't see it. So just to restate the rules of the tournament, you cannot steal elephants and rhinos with your scout, but pretty much everything else is fair game. You can steal it or kill it with villagers. You can steal sheep. You can steal goats. You can attack scouts like Tato's doing now. And, or Tato's not doing it. Tato's keeping the villager alive. In the end, FedEx ends up running away. Tato will send the villager to a new job. No barracks yet for the archer players. Man, this bug is really bothering me, and it's such a small bug, but I have to talk about it again. Watch what happens. So, I'm pretty sure Lan's going to have an elephant that's already being eaten at home. When I go to his screen, you're going to hear it die. See? There's only 80 food left. Why do I hear it die? If anything, I want less death in my life. So I've already seen this elephant, so it won't happen. What about this? Oh, no, there's no elephant anymore. But yeah, anytime you don't hear an elephant, you're not on the part of the screen when the elephant dies, and you go to that area, you hear it die. And I've only started picking up on this over the last month or two. So I don't know if it's been happening like that for a year or what. But it's like, of all the bugs to fix, it's not as big a deal, but it still bothers me. Literally feature because it was in the original game? No, there's no way. There's no way it was like that in the original game. Maybe on HD. If you count HD as the original, maybe. I refuse to believe that happened on User Patch. User Patch would have fixed that in a heartbeat. Walls for Monos taking this back gold. This is a really nice base layout. The wood line can't be ranged by anything.
34 months already.
Is this
Time
Fast
flying
Castle?
by. This tournament is amazing.
Oh,
Less than
boy.
3T90 love.
So, Monos is going Fast Castle, which basically leaves FedEx out here on his own. Could work. We will see. User patch not original game, though? I mean, I guess it... There's been so many versions of this game, it depends. I think Tata wins this. What? How did... Okay, Tata loses the scout. I consider Voobly original because it wasn't any Steam edition. It wasn't any remaster. But yeah, obviously there were some changes made to that. So yes, it's true. Maybe it was like that back in 99. But should it be like that when it wasn't like that before DE on the versions that a lot of people were playing anyways? Yeah, I don't know. I have to go back and test. Now I'm curious. But FedEx is going to make scouts. And Monos gets plus 100 food and plus 100 gold when he gets to the next stage. And is probably going Fast Castle crossbows here. Which will lead to Lan having to come over here to pressure and stop the walls. Which Lan should be able to do comfortably. And then Tato coming in here with Militia. So Deja Vu with the 2v1 pressure. That said, I say Deja Vu, but Monos took some real losses. FedEx is actually walling and should be able to wall all of this before this gets too crazy. It was definitely delayed there. Oh, actually, I'm not sure. Because he'll try and get walls up here, but also needs more HP on this. Otherwise, it'll go down. Yeah. Oh, my God. No, 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 no. How now, brown cow? No. Oh, geez, that was so bad. And I think it was the couple seconds where FedEx wasn't walling as the scout was chasing. Because then he could get enough HP on the Palisades, and that never happens. Tato with one archery range follow-up. Lan just walling up. No real threat coming from the enemy. Archery range and blacksmith for Monos, which is all expected because he's going Fast Castle and actually has a good civ for it and good resources right now. And house now for FedEx, but he's building 2 houses as walls. And overall, it's expected. If your ally's not offering any help in feudal age, it's expected you're going to have some craziness going on. This villager...
So sad Samsung Smart TVs stopped supporting the Twitch app. Frowns hard for me to catch streams now.
Oh, wait a second. Click. Well, there's a hole between the mill and the palisade. This villager walked around. There's a hole right there. Tell me FedEx checked that. Oh! And oh, pain is all I see. Pain is all I expect. Pain is all I know. And now there's a spearman with 2 archers coming. Jeez. Oh, wait, quick wall? Worth it? He wasn't that important. He smelled. It's worth to get rid of him. Okay, villager goes down. I mean, it could have been worse, I guess, for FedEx. It could have been way worse for FedEx. Because if the archers and the spears were in there... It would... Oh, never mind. It just got worse. Because now, what do you need? How many scout numbers do you need to fight 2 spearmen... Or 2 archers and a spearman? You need... 3 or 4? So you have to make more scouts or get some type of support. Well, let's look over here now. We've got 2 ranges for Monos. It might be worth letting FedEx die if you can then kill Lan. And Lan's going Stonewall. This is a really good reaction to this. It's also very expensive. But if you're expecting to get pressured, the feudal age walls are going to go down to crossbows. But if there's stonewalls, those stonewalls should be fine. Now, wood lines could still be ranged, like this one. But that's not that big a deal. And Tato is just choosing to go for house walls at home. So here goes Monos. Now, Monos did just scout that Lan is stonewalling. So Monos is sending the archers over to Tato. Tato adding house. Tato will add a house. Tato add a house and lots of houses. Here, Tato's sending 3 more archers forward. Microing them. And losing them. But there's still this awkward little army here to deal with. Can Monos break Tato? Land still isn't clicked up to Castle Age, right? Oh, wait, here we go. Land's close. Tato's not so close. What if this works? This actually works. The 2 dots under the age on the overlay show if someone has the buildings required to go to the next age. And then the progress bars, the resources to go to the next age. I personally don't like that. Like, I get it. If you understand it, you can see it, but these are competitive players, right? You know, and the caster should be able to point those things out naturally. So I don't like that it's up there because it makes it more busy. But I'm also super particular. Well, finally, as the villager goes down, a FedEx clears up Tato, but it took a lot. And here we have Monos probably making the right decision to just attack the palisades in the house, because anywhere else you go, Tato's probably double housed or yeah, exactly. So do as much damage as fast as possible. And now Tato has the stone wall. But it's also not a very difficult stone wall to pull off here. Maybe in this area, but elsewhere the stone walls should go up. If they go up, I think maybe Land will go crazy with knights. This reminds me of 2015 Voobly Arabia games. So many players would go full stone wall into a gate with stone into knights. And cav archers in the Hun War days. Yeah, like I said, I like the idea of it, but I think it's too much, that's all. Another archery range for Tato, so both Tato and Land will be in Castle H. And it's not the case for Argentina, but holy crossbow numbers. And also Monos, he's going to be 3 town centers. Okay, this sounds nuts, but I think Monos should back up now. Because you know you have a pretty good eco lead. You don't want to lose your numbers. Wait till you have 35-40 and then get really bold. So here I think you continue to mass, you get ballistics. He does have ballistics already, I assume. And just stay away from someone's base where you can get trapped. But I guess the problem is when you're no longer knocking on the door, then Tato can just go over and kill FedEx. So FedEx is still 2 minutes away from Castle Age. Not too bad. Why does Castle Age have 4 dots? Good question. I don't know. Like I said, I feel like I don't need the dots. Even if we know what it is, I don't, as a caster, I just don't know if it's necessary for me. So if I had a button and I could just go boop and, you know, remove it. Maybe it's the circle's the castle, if a castle's up. And then the other dots are like if you have monastery, siege workshop, or university. You like the dots? That's the other thing that kind of worries me. With a preview version, if I show things that I don't like, and then everyone gets addicted to those things, and then I remove them because they annoy me, then people are going to be annoyed with me. The life of a caster. Of course you like the dots. In-game might be quite nice, yeah. For people who are learning. The Tato will go directly to FedEx. And so Monos did what I felt like might not be a bad play. But now Monos has a slow comp and oh no. Well, could be worse, I suppose. Here comes Monos to save the day. More crossbows than Tato. Does have to deal with quite a few knights from Land. Economically speaking, Land's only 5 villagers behind Monos. And Tato is ahead of FedEx, and FedEx will contribute little with military. Especially now that that stable will go down. Right. Oh, ballistics was not in yet. Interesting. Well, then that's more of a reason to not take any big engagements. This is the closest game of the series so far, if you ask me. Maybe Mono's just sticking to his roots, walling up, playing it a bit like he does 1v1 sometimes. These players do both like Arena. But I love the reaction from Land to Stonewall. I love the reaction from Tato to Stonewall and Housewall. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't do that. Seems obvious and it seems clear as day, but to have the correct decision making in those situations is tough sometimes. Wasn't there a King of the Desert game where Viper forgot his blacksmith for a castle? I like to think that the overlay added the points because of that. Yeah, but I noticed it right away. You know what? It might, and we'll probably end the discussion here because I didn't want to derail the whole cast with this, but it might actually be super good if you're trying to learn the game and you use this. Like, if there's a public version of this someday, which I think is their goal, that could actually be amazing for people to have. Because then they're like, oh, he's got both his buildings and they can see it. And then maybe, you know, maybe I'm off base on this. Maybe that's also good for people who are learning the game and watching me. Right? So maybe it goes both ways. But no, in that situation as a caster, you know, that's something you check, you pick up on, you say. So yeah, by the way, that sucks. Spinus sent that the Twitch app was removed on Samsung Smart TVs. I didn't know that it was ever on Samsung Smart TVs, but I can relate. I hate it when like all these different companies don't support the programs that we use, right? It's super frustrating. Well, I'm not so sure if they can push up this hill. We've got 18 knights and 20 crossbows against 44 crossbows and some camels. Maybe without the hill, Spain could consider pushing. Such large army numbers for Manos. Argentina as a whole, 12 ahead right now. Big issue, though, is crossbows are still really, really slow. FedEx isn't contributing a lot of melee to the fights, and having ranged and melee combined is really important. Because the knights will soak up the arrow fire as Tato's crossbows, even though he has less, will get a lot of easy pickoffs. It's not easy to micro. Fortunately, Manos is Ethiopians. I would get thumb ring, I'd get armor, I'd get all the upgrades, yeah. Said that as he was doing it, but it's a very good idea to do that. Got knights. Is this good or bad for Spain? I feel like this looks like it should be very bad for Spain. What is Land doing though? Look what he's doing. Is that intentional? Hello? Hello? What was that? And now he engages on the crossbows. That looks like a patrol that went wrong. And Argentina B with a massive fight. Holy cow, look at the military numbers now. 77 military versus 20. Well, regardless of the patrol not working, that was an awful situation. You never want to get trapped in there. Great patience from Manos. Let's get some hypes in chat for Argentina B making this a game now. After game 1 and 2, it wasn't looking good for them. Economically, everything's really close as a whole across the board. There's also some real concerns, I'd say, long-term for Manos and FedEx. Main thing being that Tato's in a pretty good position as Vietnamese. So Tato can get rats and archers, which counter these
donate
arbs.
to streamers, but I think you deserve it. Keep up the good work.
Oh, Mr. Fabsy, thank you. Short and sweet, I like it. Just like the games have been so far, but thanks for the segue opportunity as well. Tato's adding skirms, but the skirms don't have armor upgrades yet. Manos is on the way to Imp. Guys, the best of the best
19 glorious
can
months
maybe come
watching
back
you,
from this, but I don't
Denzel.
see it. This just looks so difficult for Spain now. I'm surprised FedEx is engaging underneath the town centers, but think of what it's done. Crossbows and skirmisher numbers have gone down. Oh, wow. Pretty big raid over on this side. 21 knights. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This will lead to Land being in a... Oh, Manos, no. Oh, no, no, no. He's got all of his military doing damage over here. But look at all the villagers going down. He was at almost 100 a moment ago. Now he has 80, and he has 30 idle. And they still can't kill the knights. Oh. Oh, God. They're throwing a bit. And now Tato is safe because Manos has to go home. And no, Argentina B. We wanted to believe. We all wanted to believe. Well done from land, though. Great decision to raid, knowing that Manos was on Tato. The best way to bring the enemy home, if they're attacking your ally, is to attack their base. Instead of going to help. Because if you go... What's happening? Everything's still dying! Oh my god! There's still knights in here. Holy cow. Relentless raiding. But now... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, this is still a problem, though. How many resources does Manos have? Okay, Manos can get Bracer and Arb at least. And FedEx does have camels. 40 Vil's dead, though. Oh, jeez. And this guy at one point had way more villagers than everyone. Okay, Arbalest is on the way. They'll attack that stable. Tato has one castle. So he's making rats and archers. He's also going to go Imp Skirm, maybe? But I don't know if you can justify Imperial Skirms because of the camels. As I say that, he's getting Imp Skirm. Even though, yeah, Imp Skirm. I mean, rats and archers are super good against Arbalest. But then you still have the problem of Indians making camels. And FedEx is at 92 villagers. That's ahead of Tato now. It's 100 military for Argentina B. They're behind by 50 villagers, but don't you just take out TCs here? I think you take out town centers. I don't think you necessarily move. Yeah, take out the TCs. Yeah, villagers will go down. Villagers inside the TC will go down. You have Indian camels, so they'll destroy. That's a great move. And here comes Tato to save the day with Imp Skirm. Imp Skirm won't be great against the camels. Rats and archers will be pretty good there. Yep, now all the villagers die. Now land's taking losses. This is the power of Arbalest. I think this is going to be 2-1. Argentina, and some mistakes were made, but they stayed in this. There goes land on the way to Imp. But Tato can't fight this. Tato can't fight this right now. He doesn't have Rattans yet. Not elite Rattan anyways. So forget about the scout roll. Forget about the knight roll. It's all about Arbalest and archers on these open maps. If Tato wasn't Vietnamese, they have no chance. I want to say that Spain has a 2% chance now. Because he's Vietnamese. Because he can make Imp Skirm and elite rats and archers. That would mean... Is that the MTC for land? It's not, fortunately for him. I've had a taste of that this tournament already. But still, Tato can't pressure FedEx. So, I mean, FedEx is fine. Again, they'll group up around the Skirms. Skirms can engage against the Arbs. Skirms can't engage against the Camels. And, oh, what a fight! What a crazy fight! Lannis, he's relocating his whole eco right now. Oh, man. 120 military population. And now Spain's only 20 ahead with eco. And wait a second. I think I think this was his MTC. And he had to cancel it and relocate that where he was doing the research. Because wasn't he... I don't know if Chow was paying attention. But I'm fairly certain that he would have been there already. So he restarted that upgrade. Game 4 freaking hype, man. Unless Tato can... There's nothing Tato can do. What's he have? He has 34 ranged units. Even with elite Rattans. Again, it's got to be over. Spain can't trade. The trade should Oh, that's funny. Land keeping some knights there. Yeah, trade should probably start now for FedEx and Manos. You need the camels here against the Rattans. Non-elite Rattans still have 8 Pierce armor. It'll be 10 with elite. As Imp. Oh my god. Imp TC.
Best late game here.
Oh, it makes me feel so good to have it happen to someone else. Woohoo! He lost another Imp TC. So now he has to go Imp again. He's got Vils. He's producing Vils in the corner on both sides. And he might be like, wow, I have a lot of resources. How did that happen? I'm really booming over here. seems as though Mono's spotted this. And they're just going to head over here to try and defeat Lan. On one side, anyways. Monos has to be a little bit careful he doesn't get caught out by these units, but... Now FedEx is imping. Are Spain really trying here? This is silly. Just call GG and go next. Just go to the next game. Land still adding villagers. Okay, Imp again. He's in this TC now. That one will probably work. I mean, guys, Tato's still making Imp skirms. Tato's getting Elite Rattan Archer. He's also getting coinage to sling Land back into the game. I swear to God, if Spain win this. Argentina has more eco and more military now. And Land's going to try and wall here. Oh, tell me Land has another villager. If Land can stonewall this army in? Oh my God. What if Monastery Quick Wall? That's a new one. It's still... I mean, let's see how Elite Rattans perform here. Oh my God. Again, they take 1 damage from each Arbalest. The camels are done. No way! Look at the military at the top! No way! And Monos is mispatrolling. He's not even attacking. What is happening here? I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Argentina can't throw this. They can't. They can't. It's impossible still. Like, still. Heavy camels on the way with plate barding. Land is full reboom mode over here. And will finally be an Imp. I don't know what happens in Imp, but... Okay, adding a new TC and adding a market. So for short-range trade, I suppose, so they can get gold. Tato's now pressuring with Rattan Archers and Skirmishers. Tato has... Just look at the military count for Spain, and that's Tato. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Argentina did not trade, and if score means anything to you, the team score is higher now for Spain. I'm sure that would deflate the hopes and dreams of Argentina. I cannot believe what I just saw. And Land's now going to wall, so I think they will actually add markets in this corner now. And now we have heavy camels. Should be pretty decent. And but the problem, I guess, is the Arbs do so little to the Rattan Archers because of the high Pierce armor. It's really all about what camels can do against Rattans. Now Imp Camel's on the way for FedEx, but FedEx only has 13 camels, and he might not have many remaining when they get there. Tato is sitting in the potential trade route. Lan is doing the same. So they know that Argentina's not trading. And Tato's going to start adding trade. There's the market in the corner for Lan. Spain's winning. I mean, let's wait till Imp Camel, but I'm so... I don't understand. This is one of the most ridiculous comebacks I've ever seen. And largely due to the strength of Tato, the rebooming of Lan, and also the power of Vietnamese. Vietnamese are no joke nowadays. Okay, Imp Camel. That means 9+4 attack. Crazy Pierce armor. The fight happens, and Argentina, still with the total population lead, will take a very good fight here, and a fight that they should clear. Okay, so that's good. But there's a big problem for Argentina, and the problem is lack of gold. If you look down at how many they have on gold, FedEx is 14 on gold, Monos is 8 on gold. I suppose it's not that high for Tato or Lan either. But they're adding trade. They're investing into trade cards. So they're going to have plenty of gold coming in. Lan also now is going to raid with Hussars. And truthfully, with no walls for Monos, we'll have a repeat of what happened when he was in Castle Age and the Knights came in. Tato's just going to 1v2 and hold on, I guess, for the team. This is wild stuff. Hussar now for FedEx. The FedEx can add more melee units, and Hussars are good because they don't cost gold. Okay, that... See, when you try and read fights, it's completely different with Rats and Archers when they're lead. Because it feels like Rats and Archers could reasonably hold here, but that castle will be a doubt castle for now. Argentina back in it. Okay, 115 total team military for Argentina. They deny the castle. Why aren't they trading, though? Why? What time is it? 50 minutes? They're not even thinking of trade. Like, what a top 10 team would do, as we now see even a little bit of sling. So I think Tato's sending resources to land. What that top teams do is they get a lead, and then they mark it in the corners, and then they trade, and then they deny the enemy trade, so they win. But it is actually Tato and Lan trading. This is after Lan relocated his Imperial Age TC 3 times, maybe 2 times. I think 2 is still a ridiculous amount. Of course I was saying just resign, man, because nobody wins from this position. Monos and FedEx are... If they're not in the top 100 in 1v1s, they're at least in the top 150. These are really good players. We're just seeing the difference between the cream of the crop and the rest. 2% win chance. I said that to be respectful to Spain. The only reason I said 2% win percentage was because I knew that there'd be a few people who would be big Tato fanboys, and they'd be like, Tato, Tato can do it, you know? If I would have been speaking to my buddies off stream about this game, I would have said resign and save our time. And now we have a castle for Tato on the left, further denying trade. Wow. Well, Lan is only making Hussars for now. Let's check trade units. Trade units. I'm sorry, I'm new here. Where is it? Is there not something that shows trade units here? I'm also blind. Is it not this? Oh, it's there. It's because it's 0 for FedEx and Monos. I knew there'd be a number, but I was looking at the wrong team. So 9 for Tato and 4 for Lan. If it's okay with you guys, I'm actually going to keep it on that screen for a bit. Lan runs in with the Hussars to raid. Got skirmishers at home. Nah. What are skirmishers going to accomplish? This will also show the resources sent, or sorry, bought and sold. And I can't believe what we've seen here. I know it's recency bias and me saying this is one of the most ridiculous comebacks ever, but how can you disagree? And even the zebra's happy about it. Ah! He's dancing! Now, that's just disrespectful to even have the animals go for the victory dance ahead of time. That's like calling the GG for the enemy. What on earth is that? What's more broken, the game or Rats and Archers? Great fights for Argentina, though, and Argentina's still holding on. But guys, Scout Castle on the left. I know FedEx just now thought about trade because the outpost started to be placed here. Oh, and there's Hussars back here. Look at the markets from FedEx. Do they want to trade this way now? Lan even walled in this gold with Palisades. These guys are playing this like they're playing tournament finals, not group stage. Like, the attention to freaking detail from Lan and Tato, unbelievable. And I'll go back to their resources now. I want to see how many they have on food. Lan's at a point now where he could start thinking about Paladin. He's not thinking about it. He's researching it. And I don't think FedEx has the gold income to make many more Imperial Camels. And if that's the case, Paladin, Rats, and Archer, Rex. Wow. The raids and the priority of focusing on those corners. I mean, this will be a dead castle for Tato. That's going to go down, and I'm sure Spain isn't super happy about that. It just feels like Lan's waiting to switch in Paladin or mix in Paladin with the Hussars. I mean, the gold income is already higher for the Spaniards because of the trade, and it will only continue to grow, and that means more Rats and Archers. Tato's just everywhere, and I cannot believe what I'm seeing. Like, okay, so type a 1 in chat if you feel like it's clear as day Argentina B should have traded. Because there's a few things that need to be said about this. Everyone should be typing 1. Okay, that's fair. We all agree on that. However, can we at least agree on thinking the game was over at that point and not trading for that reason? I mean, I'm one to always play it safe. However, I can understand why they said, okay, this game is over, and just didn't trade. You know those games where I say 1 out of every 1,000 times if teams play on, they can get the win, and that's why they're trying because it's an important stage of the tournament? Do you know that quote? Because I say it a lot. This is that 1 in 1,000 game. This is it. It finally happened. Not even 1 in 1,000. It's got to be over now because there's no trade for Argentina. Redonkulous. Ridiculous. And this is where everything Monos has dies. Anything FedEx creates dies now. And the military count will end up shifting heavily. And there's a large queue for FedEx, but he's out of gold at this point. He's got, it says 9 on gold. Wait a second, maybe I'm wrong. What's happening? Everything I predict, it doesn't come to pass, all right? I'm going to be dirt poor, and I will not receive $1 million in my lap right now. Oh, damn it. It didn't work. I tried. I figured we could have Hidden Cup 4 could be a massive prize pool if that worked. I'm not going to have salmon for dinner. Ha, that worked because I'm having salmon for dinner. I know that much. Imp Camels are a sick unit. It's just, I don't think FedEx can afford to make them all the time. And update on the trade units now. Oops. Update is... look to the right. Team. 37 trade for Tato, 27 for land. Yeah, they're getting 90 gold a trip. 90 gold a trip with that many trade carts, and it just leads to FedEx having no gold, Monos having no gold, and Spain A winning this 3-0. Skirms? Another thing I have to mention is Monos doesn't even have the 2nd or 3rd armor upgrade on the on his ranged units. But yeah, Skirms, trash units do not last against this composition. Skirms died to Paladins, and then Halberdiers died to Ratens and Imp Skirms. I apologize if I'm not talking all the time. I'm genuinely near speechless. Even Spain, they're probably going to win this series. They didn't have to try here. They could have just resigned, and they could have just won the next game. They didn't have to turn this game into such a ridiculous fight, but they did it anyways. And GG.
It's not $1 million, but how about a Twitch Prime?
And respect to Monos. Monos says good luck next round. And the GGs come in, and that is one of the most ridiculous comebacks I've ever seen. What's this timeline look like? Ugh! How? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Look at it. Look at it. This. It doesn't make sense. Look, just... we witnessed the impossible. We witnessed the freaking impossible here. Let's get some... Okay, let's salute chat for Tato and Lan. And let's also get a few T90 throws, maybe. Slightly underused emote, but I think FedEx and Monos will be disappointed in themselves there. But still, I can understand why they wouldn't have wanted to trade when... I mean, I wish I knew what the team populations were at this stage. You could obviously go back and watch it in the video, and this will go up definitely, but just eyeballing it, if the world population is 533, that's probably like 300 or 350 population for Argentina. Like maybe 350, 360-ish, and then the rest is Spain. And if FedEx and Monos would have expanded to the corners and traded while they had that lead, they definitely win. And I think if Tato's not Vietnamese, that game's over. Rats and Archers save them. Rats and Archers with the high Pierce armor. It's the only way you can really... Like, you need an Archer which can destroy Ethiopian Arbalests, and the only Archer that exists that can do that is really the Rats and Archer. And then you need an Archer that can also take out Heavy Camel in that situation. So it's like Rats and Archers ideal. The only one that comes to mind beyond that is maybe maybe the Plumed Archer. But Plumed Archers, I don't know what their Pierce armor is with full upgrades, but it's not 10. Those Ethiopian Arbs are doing 1 damage a hit. Someone says if it was a Paladin Civ instead of Indians, it's over. Honestly, to Matrix, yes. You're actually spot on about that. Yes, Imp Camels are strong, but I think Cavalier would have been so much better against the Rats and Archers in those early fights because the higher Pierce armor. Correct. Well, that happens. YouTube, if you enjoyed this and you would like to see more of the 2v2 World Cup, the 2v2 World Cup is ongoing now. Well, actually, I can't say that because I don't know when you're watching this. Okay, it's spanning from the date of upload, so November of 2020, to December 20th, which is when the grand finals will be. There will be more games on YouTube from this tournament. This is just the group stage. And I'm not uploading all the group stage because there are a lot of 3-0s, and a lot of these expected teams have to work their way through the groups like the rest. So I think that's the perfect game to end on. If we started off the day with that, I would have broke mentally, physically, spiritually. It rooted me to my core. That game was so good. So I'm glad that it was the end of the video and also the end of the day for the second day in 2v2 World